ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The final game for our episode tonight. This is IPT versus Acclaim Emperor X for the day one of the peak week of the Pro Gaming Series 2017 Spring Split. We're gonna be your shoutcasters. I am Shimbu with one for an eye, and of course with me is Vulcan. Okay? So we just came in from that game where IPT took a convincing victory against Acclaim Empire X. Onto our standings, you could see there, of course, that IPT will be drawing 6 victory compared to their defeat of 3. And of course, Acclaim Empire X still had a better score of 8 victories on top of 5 defeats. For that game earlier, what are your thoughts, Vulcan?
I mean, IPT staying true to their name
Oh,
as the powerhouse. One of the powerhouse of the PGS. But right now, also Acclaim Empire X, great job for them to be in the top 4.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, these two teams, Acclaim Empire X, they're second place. Most likely, if they play more games and win, they are guaranteed to go to the playoffs. Whereas IPT, they're on the edge right now, in the 4th place. So they really they have to really win this match. So right now, TNC and IPT, they're at 3rd and 4th. So we can see that these top 4 people, they're fighting for the spot to the playoffs.
Yes, obviously. And dito kasi sa game na to, hindi lang naman yung sa standings natin yung pinagbabasihan. Do take note that this is like one of the anticipated games of our regular season because IPT and AEX by history has played the match for Rampage 2016, the conclusion of the finals of PGS 2016 summer, where Acclaim Empire X, now as our defending champion, bags in the victory against IPT in that best of 5 series, securing their victory on the 4th game. There has been a lot of discussion on that game, di ba? Because IPT, Acclaim Emperor X entered that match clearly as the underdog against IPT. So hindi lang basta drafting. Hindi lang basta standings dito ang pinag-uusapan natin. Clearly, it's the history and a statement between these two teams who is the better team. Whereas ang dami nating viewers na nanonood sumusuporta dito sa dalawang team na to ngayon. And for that game, as we mentioned by Atlas kanina, it's really a by the book approach by IPT, snowballing from the mistakes of Acclaim Empire X.
Now we saw that in the first game where in the mid lane it really shows that the powerhouses of like the focus is on light, always on light sometimes, but also there were some mistakes here and then. But like what you said, Shimbu, it's all about monopolizing the mistakes.
Alright, so let's see what would be the adjustment in this 2-game series. Let's go into the drafting phase. Or to the drafting phase. But before we head into that, sorry. Let's give you an update first. On our overlay, you could see, guys, of course, your road to the Pro Gaming Series. It is the Piltover's finest tournament 2017, powered by Seagate. And you can see there the series of matches that we have lined up for you this February 18 and 19. Be sure to check those matches, those tournaments, and those events sa ating Garena Tournament Hub. Also, for our summoners, for our working summoners, employed summoners, we have a special event for you to be done and to be held in the Battlegrounds Internet Cafe Legarda Corner, Gastambida, Manila, February 19. You get a chance to take home free starter codes, win merchandises. There is a 40,000 RP prize pool plus the mini games. Okay? As a team, sumali kayo dyan representing your company. Ang kailangan lamang po ay yung company ID, pero pwede rin po sumali yung mga summoners natin na walang teammates. Pakita lang nila yung ID nila and they are amenable to join the mini games.
So with that said, I mean, we have lots of events lined up. So you should really catch it. I mean, there's the Piltover's Finest, there's the Summoner's Shift. That's very exciting for our, like I said, Shimbu, the working summoners. It's something for them. So without further ado, let's get to the drafting phase.
Okay, guys. Imperium Pro Team versus Acclaim Empire X. There will be a swap into the sides that they'll take. And for our 10-ban system running right now in this in our Pro Gaming Series regular season, we can see there that there's gonna be the Elise, Maokai, and Varus priority for AEX. Maokai is an adjustment from the last pick there by IPT, of course, on JLC. And IPT still with the same strategy. Shot on the bottom lane, priority, bans. The Zac, of course, accounting for Tamsu, and the Tristana and the Twitch. I cannot count kung ilan na ang naging ban sa Zac ni Tamsu. You know? Parang hindi talaga pinayagan this regular season.
Tamsu,
kahit kaninong team.
Yeah, any team, any type of team who
face AEX.
Yeah, who face AEX. Tamsu is such a priority, man. I mean, he's really efficient with the jungle. He knows how to rotate properly, and plus taking out the Zac, man, Zac in the game, you're really pressured to like the playstyle of IPT. They like to snowball, but Zac, that jungle Zac is gonna deny that snowball by going onto you without any type of guarantee, with no visions in the map.
And right now, AEX won't even be revealing any early pick up for their ADC. They're still trying to read. Will really IPT continue on banning out Gen V? You know, there's a Kate in ban previously, and also the Vayne ban, which prompted Gen V in picking up the Jinx ADC. Interestingly, the adjustment here for AEX, no more Trundle. Instead, we'll have a Rumble. But this AEX we're talking about, minsan may mga picks na napupunta kung saan-saan. Graves gets picked up though, most likely for Tamsu in the jungle. Noting the fact na lagi niyang nilalaro itong Graves na to.
Yeah, jungle Graves with a top rumble. That's something that IPT has to watch out for. But going back to what you said of the previous bans, again, they are banning. Look at that, 4 ADCs. I mean, those are all viable ADCs, but the only remaining ADC that's viable, IPT picked it up. That's the Jhin. So that's a choke pick for AEX.
They've removed a Savior. Clearly, AEX doesn't want that spell shield. One reason that, you know, you'd be banning a Savior, right? And the initiate as well. The initiating power of on the hunt. Caitlyn gets banned as well by AEX. I'm very curious really about these bans kasi available naman ang Jhin. Why not ban the Jhin? But if we want to account the champion pool of Hate's champion pool include the Ashe and Ezreal, really, even the Vayne. So maybe AEX is not that too familiar with Hate's Jhin. We haven't seen that much success really in the Kog'Maw of Gen B, but it seems it's gonna be, it will be locked in here.
That's a Corki right there.
By AEX, we're seeing a Corki as well. Lots of damage being brought onto the table by AEX. Sobrang laking damage. Kind of lacking in utility, pero ang daming damage, seriously.
That would be a change in mind. Still a hover on the Katarina or maybe on the Corki. But we can see that AEX hovering over that Kog'Maw. I mean, I'm not really sure if Kog'Maw is a nice ADC for our Karma. For our Karma. I mean, Kog'Maw needs to be really protected and seriously babysitting needed in that bot lane. But let's see how AEX will play that with a mid lane Karma, but a mid lane Katarina and a support Karma.
I wonder nga kung sino nga pwede mag-block dito ng curtain call ni Hate. Like, these champions by AEX are too squishy.
It's very squishy, but IPT, they have Poppy. I mean, we've seen JLC with that Poppy always split pushing, and when it comes to team fights, very, very influential.
Yeah, right now, calculated. He's gonna go all in. Let me pick up. Give me the Katarina this time. But the as well of AEX and nga Kog'Maw and Karma. Looking into IPT, you've seen Lights Corki recently.
I mean,
actually, I've been waiting kung sila Hetzizo lang. Hindi lang kasi pasok sa playstyle nila. Kung nag-Ivern yan, it would be a very big snowball really for Light. Because the playstyle here, mentioning like Spence ka rin, TSM, diba? Especially if you have a reliable mid laner, you'd pick up Ivern, you lack damage, but yung mechanics, yung early game advantage na nabubuo ng Ivern talaga, napakalaking bagay, especially if you want to snowball the mid lane, especially if a Corki.
Super with an Ivern. That double buff is gonna be so much of something they have to watch out for. I mean, trouble and nuisance, because Ivern can just give a buff. He will also have a buff, so when they both gank, double buffs on. So now, I'm also interested in the top lane matchup, but let's get to that. This is the last game of the last match.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is AEX on the blue side against IPT on the red side. Let's see if the defending champions will take home a victory for 1-1 or let the powerhouse IPT sweep this game with a 2-0.
Twitch.tv/GarenaPH Esports, gaming.youtube.com/page Garena/live, and we are live as well on Facebook. Invite your friends in. Sama-sama po tayong manood dito ng pinakamalalakas at pinakamagagaling na League of Legends players sa ating bansa, AEX, defending champion versus IPT.
I mean, this is the top 4 teams already fighting each other. This is going to be a game that shows, I mean, of course, they might stay in the top 4, but when it comes to playoffs, how will these top 4 teams fight against? This is the best teams in the Philippines right now.
Look at that. Kog'Maw will be picking up Fervor Battle, not bad, but the meta calls for the Warlord's
It's
Bloodlust.
for stacking up, maybe
Ah.
just setting up for the
Yeah,
fight.
oo. Stack up for the fight. Ang talagang habol dito ng Kog'Maw. Hopefully things don't go south heavily against AEX here. Kasi when Kog'Maw is behind, uod na lang tayo.
It's gonna
Ang
really.
liit-liit na lang talaga yun. Wala na halos nagagawa. yung
Somehow the
opponent.
Kog'Maw should not fall behind. I mean,
Oo.
the pressure's onto Gen V to play Kog'Maw safe, but that would be so difficult because Hate is on the Jhin. Crazy range plus the Nami for the sustain. I'm not really sure if Cannons really matched his support correctly for Gen V, but let's see how this will play out in the bot lane.
There's a scout as well down there by JLC, trying to play the mind games in the sense that they're trying to give false info of a leash for the junglers.
And with that Corki Gatling gun, that is gonna stack the Favor of Battle. I mean, that's gonna help him set it up with a Phosphorus Bomb and an auto attack with the Shin. Calculated has to time it correctly and not feed Light. I mean, you don't want Light to snowball with a Corki.
Reviewing naman the Calculated's Katarina. Doesn't really synergize as well with the playstyle of his teammates, but
Exhaust! Burn
Nice
onto
exhaust.
both ADCs of teams, but let's see what's gonna happen to Cannon.
Good thing.
Hate was really timing for that fourth bullet, but it was too risky.
And ayun lang. When it comes to the capability of Calculated in this Katarina, I have no doubt, really. But we have to account ng katapat niya dito ay si Light.
I mean, Corki has the Valkyrie for escape. Calculated really has to position those blades so that he can get the resets and reposition where Light might be heading. So right now it's all about in the mid lane game, it's about predictions and where that Katarina might be or the Corki might be.
And we want to account the contribution of these these champions in the team fight. Like Corki is the most picked champion right now.
Oh, Gen V go all in with the flash. Hate burning the field so that he could survive. Aqua Prison landing onto Gen V. This is going to be gank from Hechiso, and now Gen V giving the first blood to Hate. Did not account for that Kha'Zix.
Bottom lane, going south. Ayun yung pinaka ayaw mo mangyari if you are on AEX. Right now, ito na naman yung mistakes. Na if AEX is not careful, could open up a very good meeting for IPT. Take note that kill is given to Hate, Jhin, and sa lahat ng mga players dito, lahat ng mga champions dito ng AEX, lahat sila will be punished so bad if they aim to tank any bullets from Jhin here.
And with that said, we can both expect that Hechiso is gonna abuse the early weaknesses of Kog'Maw. No escape, no type of scaling right now. So Hechiso might rotate the bot lane more. So AEX has to put those wards. They had no wards. They did not see Hechiso rotate to the bot lane, giving the first blood to Hate. Might give them a really bad situation for them. They don't want any members of IPT to snowball.
And discussing as well, going back on our discussion, what these champions like Corki brings into a team fight. Corki is the most picked champion right now in our international leagues for the mid lane, which is the main reason is that he usually gets paired with the Rumble, a usual matchup in terms of popularity. Kasabay ng Maokai, equalizer. The bottom lane. Wait.
Gen V really feeling the pressure of IPT. When you're playing a Kog'Maw, you have to expect that they're gonna abuse your early game.
The chain of crowd control.
It's the chain of crowd control. It's the CC and the slow plus the arrows of Varus. The piercing arrow is something you have to watch out for.
I mean the Jhin here. The bullets of Jhin, also the dancing grenade, plus the deadly flourish. And again, ayun nga, discussion is that going back to equalizer and to Rumble, yung package dito ni Corki works much like a secondary equalizer for paired with the Rumble or pantapat rather sa Rumble natin dito. Face check though.
And
by
Damsu
Hechiso.
going all into Hechiso. He
my friend.
just got bursted against the wall, giving Calculated the kill instead. Calculated needed that kill so that he could face off against the Corki. But going back to what you said about the Corki, I can really say that Corki is an international scene.
Oo.
Very, very powerful
Yeah.
because of his innate damage, phosphorus
Oo.
bomb plus Sheen. But this time, Light is running Feather of Battle, so it's gonna stack up more AD.
The hybrid damage of Corki is really nice. It's a very nice mechanic in a sense na he actually benefits from the lethality. And not to mention, he has EP scaling as well. So, you know, very flexible pick really in terms of this. Valkyrie, or to mention nga, yung package niya. But going back in that right side jungle, engage. Nice pick up there by Calculated. Looks like a kill steal really. Pero you know, among members of AEX, I think if you want to give a kill onto someone, it's Katarina first, then second lamang si Genby dito.
Yeah, but when Calculated got that kill, he just went back to get a Torrent Shield or the Dark Seal.
Yeah.
But look what Light already has. He has that Shin
Kaya nga
at
eh.
the 7-minute mark. Cannon flashing over that Aqua Prison. Managed to land the bind on Hate, but there will be no follow-up because here comes the mid lane. Here comes Light with Hechiso. It's
Tamsu
a
though.
4-man gang. Let's see what Tamsu will do to help AEX, his allies, maybe in winning this fight. It's a 1-1 score, 7-20 minutes of the game, but I'm not sure if AEX should even risk it, knowing that Corki has that Sheen.
Yun nga, Doran's shield.
They're still gonna risk it. Here comes Calculated, initiating the fight, the teleport from two top laners, going in.
The
Hate
damage.
just got deleted by Calculated.
For these two top laners as well. Diba naman teleport ang bagal ng cooldown.
So
Both of them cancelled at the same time.
Cancel at the same time, but
Nah.
this will give AEX room to get the Ocean Drake. But I'm not sure if the cancel and teleport was wise because Hechiso on that Kha'Zix plus the Corki, that's a lot of damage.
Oh.
Calculated, focus of all the fire of IPT.
Light though.
Light has been binded, he cannot get away. Tamsu gets the double kill.
Oh.
Here comes the Cocknuts, passive, explodes onto no, it does not. The equalizer lands on the floor, burning Rebs on the ground, giving AEX
Woo!
1, 2, 3. This is gonna look good for AEX. They
Yeah,
have time
man.
to score. A bit of a miscommunication. The Katarina was not the focus. I mean, there was the Karma providing shield plus Genvy's passive on the explosion.
Now, I'm not regretting the Doran's shield.
I mean,
Normal hit mula kay Rebenga. Kung wala yung Doran's shield na yun, could be Calculated's demise. Even actually the damage that comes in from Hechiso. And look at the damage that he's still dealing despite picking up this Doran's shield. And exhaust as well. Hindi naman siya masyado nag-deal ng ganung damage. What cleaned up Hechiso though is the collateral damage. And
oh, look at
I'm seeing the
Genvy.
Aqua Prison connected on the Calculated. Had it been that Light focuses on the
Yeah.
Calculated, sana napatay niya pa yung mid laner. And this is just a story of Rebenga, you know, trying to even out the kill. But, you know, mermaid siya, napagsakan siya ng equalizer, obviously mamamatay.
That was a really close kill for Rebecca. I mean, 3 members would have died from the ebb and flow plus the passive of the W. But with that said, very close call by Rebecca. He tried to salvage what he can from the team fight that IPT should not have committed. And now in the top lane, Endless Ace picking up that Hunting Gaze will build for a Leander's Torment. That's gonna shred the tank with the burn.
And in an instant, no, ganun kahirap maintindihan yung capability talaga ng Katarina. She has a very complicated mechanic,
But
quite
very
hard for the
rewarding.
user itself.
Very
Pero,
rewarding.
same goes for the enemy as well. Ang hirap mabasa ng galaw ng Katarina. Because she could shunpo onto you, sa likod pa mismo, very hard to aim. And she's getting the shunpo resets on the daggers itself. Plus, resets then on assists and on kills.
I mean, it's a given that Calculated is rushing that Hex Tech Gunblade.
So it's
with
gonna be the
that
Gunblade.
Cutlass. I mean, the Gunblade has a nice passive, active proc, so that he could chase down the targets and get the resets. But knowing that getting a Gunblade against the Corki, he just has 1 death, but still struggling with that phage. I mean, if he gets that phage, Corki will have an easier time kiting Katarina.
It's an intuitive pick, really. In the... wait, all that thought. Here
Here
comes the curtain call.
plus the teleport. JLC on the scene, focusing on to Janvi. Keepers
They've thrown
verdicts
everything, though.
away. 2 members of AEX Janvi is dangerously low. Still, the hammer smash will secure that kill, but that's not it yet. JLC is killed. Kill range.
Oh, the
He
kill!
left it up, flashing away from the collateral damage. JLC survives and giving the AEX a run for their money. Exhaust has been burned, Ultimates has been used, and now IPT trading off very nice.
Yun ang malaking katanungan at kalungkutan, mga kaibigan. I mean, how or who will protect Gen V? You know, Karma, I'm not so sure. I mean, you only have the slow from the Q kung nakamantra pa yon. And not to mention just the tether. Pero, you know, ang kailangan lang, lalo pa pag late game, JLC can just walk near Gen V. And kung hindi naman mapatay si Gen V, clearly it is Gen V getting shut down kasi hindi siya nakaka-deal ng damage na kailangan niyang ilagay sa backline mismo dito ng IPT. But there is stops naman to save the day. And right now, he bags in an ocean break for AEX.
That's what happened in the drafting phase. Just from the drafting phase alone, Gen V has been denied so much ADC champions. I mean, 7 ADC champions have been banned. That's why a Kog'Maw had to pick up. I mean, he's comfortable with that, but it just goes to show how much he's suffering. Picking up a call, that's gonna help him in the laning phase, but it's 12 minutes in the time. I don't think IPT will let Gen V have that farming phase very comfortably because of Nami and Jin.
AEX may want to watch out in this bottom lane because clearly it is behind, and IPT would be a team that would most likely capitalize on this dent in the shield or whatever armor that AEX is wearing in this game. Right now, status ng game natin, they have the lead because of that setup in the reverse side by Calculated. Balik that, we have Light here. He got his boosters on.
He has his package. He might let it out in the bot lane. I mean, yeah.
Got sighted by the ward though.
He gets sighted by the ward, but still, IPT are moving 3-man into the mid lane against Calculated.
Nawala na yung package.
Yeah, the package is gone. So we won't expect that Light will do any aggressive plays because he has to respect that Katarina plus Tamsu is there, really close to finishing that gun.
Of course, again. So, delay on the Trinity Force. Will be a Hex Drinker. Both of these two mid laners really making sure that you won't be able to burst me if ever I made a mistake. But sacrificing their damage a lot. Doran's shield para kay Calculated dito. And I want to commend yung unang pickup niya. Instead of the revolver, it is a rush on the cutlass. Okay? The cool thing about here is that JLC is stacking magic resistance. And Katarina, the thing about Katarina is, yes, she is an AP champion, pero yung scaling niya, hybrid din. Yung pickup ng daggers niya, it actually scales with AD. That's hence the gunblade is a good pickup against him. Let's see. Puts it a slow.
Calculated predicted that flash onto Light. Ignite will finish it off. He is on a killing spree, and now what you said, Shimbu, that is correct. The gunblade is gonna proc really well with the AD ratio of picking up. It also the slow from the cutlass help.
Yes, the slow.
Help Calculated pick off the kill to Light. You see the flash time. Exactly the same time, Light went over the wall, and again another Shumpo to catch onto it, plus the Cutlass faster.
Kung wala pang Hex Drinker yun, mas mabilis pa yun. Mas mabilis pang namatay si Light doon. Clearly, this is a lead by Calculated. If he is able to get those crucial resets and crucial skirmishes, win the next 2 skirmishes, I think in favor of AEX, they will open the mid game really well, even with Gen V being behind.
But going by to what you said about Katarina having AD ratio, of course, you know, JLC picking up the Locket of the Iron Solari, that is actually a pure shield. So I think it's going to help in terms of team fights where the burst that Katarina gives from the Deathlockers will be denied. And now Cannon really testing his luck in the bot side of IPT, gets killed by Hechiso and Tamsu. Just getting burned by the Red Buff. Hate just secures the kill onto that, and now Light dueling Calculated. He is not respecting the damage the Light is bringing with the Sheen, and the Hex Drinker really helping in terms of, you know, in the fight where he gets that magic shield.
Yeah, you don't want that kind of mistake in that bottom lane. Ang bilis na wala ng lead dito. Ang bilis na wala, or ang bilis na wala ng membro dito ng AEX just because of that. Alam mo, lagi sila namamatay sa spot na yun. Seryoso, yung tri-brush na yun sa against the red side. Pansin ko lang, especially when they aim for the tower dive. Gen V.
He flashed over to the turret. I mean, the pressure is really onto him. You can see on the player cam that he just really had that mini heart attack.
It could be said as well by kay Gen V na right now, ano binubuo ni Gen V dito?
It might be the Rage Blade.
Ah, yeah. Rage Blade.
It could-
Rage Blade, okay. Okay.
Quintus Rage Blade.
Of course. I was
That's
thinking
actually a
if
first
there's
pickup
gonna
on
be
Corki.
Renons or the Blade of the Ruin King, but of course pickaxe plus the recurve bow. Yes. So it's gonna be the Ginzo. When it comes to Ginzo, it requires a few
Stacking,
hits
yeah, stacking.
to ramp up, but it scales well with Fervor. That's one. Okay. So
Let's hope that the time will come where Genvi
Yeah.
will redeem
two
himself.
core items.
Two
Yun
core
yung kailangan.
items. He just
I
needs
think
that.
Two core items.
Rage Blade and maybe a Bork or an IE or some
Oo.
sort of sustain. That said, he finished the Rage Blade in the 16 to 42nd minute mark. A bit delayed in terms of itemization. We can clearly see that Hate already picked up the Yomu's Ghost Blade plus the Hex
Hex
Drinker.
Drinker. Lots of magic resistance here by IPT.
They
Dalawang
have to, I
Ages
mean-
of Legion. Look at that.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, that's gonna be two
Yeah.
Locket of the Iron Solaris. That's two shields for IPT. They really want to deny the burst
From
of Katarina.
Katarina and also the Equalizer of Rumble.
As-
Na kay Tamsu ang pag-asa.
Yeah,
mga
I mean,
kaibigan.
as
Na kay
early
Tamsu
as
yan.
now, they
Oo.
are really itemizing for the late game.
Oo, for the late game. For yung mga game-changing skills na Equalizer nga and that Lotus or the resets of Katarina. Gunblade is a good pick up really compared with picking a more AP-oriented itemization. Pero ito, I think we would really want to watch. For Tamsu, face it!
Venga is actually out position, giving calculated the kill. He is now 402.
Massacre from Iloilo, man.
That is gonna spell disaster for IPT. Giving Katarina 4 kills, finishing the Gunblade plus that Dark Seal 10
Ooh.
stack on that. And with that said, this is gonna give AEX the Infernal Drake.
Yeah.
I mean, when a game starts with an Ocean Drake, it really, most likely it will go to an Infernal Drake and maybe another Infernal Drake. It's actually, there's a pattern to it. So right now,
Oh.
there's actually a
Oh.
pattern. If the game starts with an Ocean Drake, most likely you will get a Mountain or Infernal. But right now, see? Ocean Drake started, Infernal Drake, another Ocean Drake. Most likely the fourth Drake will be an Infernal. There is a pattern to this, and this game is actually from the RGN itself will help AEX.
If that's an Infernal Drake, I'll give you a mystery gift. Yung sunod.
The fourth Drake, I hope it is.
Yung fourth Drake, ladies and gents. Let's go. Endless Ace though.
He flashed away from the
Possible
critical
engage.
equalizer onto the floor. Light is burning onto the ground. Will he die? Yes, he does. Giving Endless Ace that kill.
One for
the
one.
equalizer just burning, just
Equalizes
torching
the
it.
trade. Equalizes the
yeah.
engage, man. Papatasin ka ni Endless Ace, mga kaibigan. So, the mid laner is gone. Mid laner is gone here for AEX. But right now, there's gonna be a recall, so there won't be any force objective still sa game natin. But guys, we are now in the mid game. We are clearly now in the mid game, and you'd be expecting more explosive engages from these two teams.
I mean, the Drake right now is the Ocean Infernal Drake, and with that said, AEX getting that Rift Herald, a key objective that you need in terms of pushing. Let's see who gives it to.
Tamsu.
It would be Tamsu on that Graves. Great pushing, has
Duel.
the dueling
Mm,
ability.
yes, with the True Grit passive of
True
his.
Grit passive plus
Uh,
the damage reduction, 5% from that Rift Herald. He's gonna be very tanky.
Look at that. Look at how Tamsu itemizes as well. You're building magic resistance. You know, I'm gonna be the main damage dealer. Let me build Black Cleaver.
That's gonna spell trouble for IPT. They have the locket, but not enough armor. They're gonna be very squishy to Tamsu. Okay, there's 4 AP scaling champions. Kalma was AP, Karma was AP, but there is Graves. 2-1-3. When a Graves jungle gets a really good start, the
Mukhang-
damage is crazy.
May malinis na lead dito, ang AEX. Ayan ang kwento po natin ngayon.
Oh,
There's
the resets and the position of the blades.
So in a nutshell, ang game po natin ngayon, this is an early game lead by AEX. But what looks gloomy here is the way that IPT is itemizing. They are building a lot of magic resistance and just waiting out for any mistake na pwedeng gawin ni Calculated. Kasi all the more that you get resistances from these aggressive champions like Katarina, all the more that you can open up
here
for the
comes the
mistakes that they've
position of
done.
the
For the
blade.
resets though.
Hedgisa doesn't know where to go. He flashes over the wall. The equalizer will not finish him off. That gunblade is really paying off.
Pero in the instance na hindi ma-offset ito ng defensive itemizations ng IPT, doon makakalapit sila Tamsu at baka pa nga makabawi pa dito si Gen B. As we mentioned, kailangan lamang ni Gen B 2 core items and okay na. Ox na tong Kog'Maw pick na to.
He might go for a Phantom Dancer maybe, or
I
a
think
ship
Runas.
or a rapid fire cannon.
Uh.
I'm not really sure what Gen V is going after, but maybe for more attack speed.
Yeah.
And the Phantom Dancer will help him in terms of dueling.
Yeah,
But
if for example, JLC dives onto him, hindi siya ganun kadali mamamatay.
so with the Ocean Drake, we're gonna be live pretty soon. I mean, that's the next Drake. Well, I don't think IPT should give that away for free. They have to contest this
Oo.
time. It's the third Drake of the game.
Oo, kasi the thing about this Ocean Drake is
Tamsu.
it allows a re-engage mechanic for
Tamsu
AEX.
going on to line. He flashes for him. Oh, wow. That was a close call for the collateral damage. Calculated going
Calculated
on. Death Lotus just securing the kill. He is dominating 602.
Calculated
The
is
reset.
just dancing against the members of IPT here. Teach me how to tango, sabi dito ni Tamsu. Kasama si Calculated. Let's see. They still have their cooldowns available. They are even allowing Gen V to get near into this turret. But this turret got a double tap onto Gen V. Lagi tinitira ng tower si Gen V. Ayun. So, 10-6. Ayan na naman. Okay. Ayan. So, kay Kana naman. So, 10-6, ladies and gentlemen. This is gonna be an inner mid-lane turret in the hands of AEX. 602 Calculated, mga kaibigan.
Look at that rotation. 6 turrets on the back for AEX. IPT has none. No Drakes, no turrets. Objective control by AEX is showing and paying off with a gold lead.
And let's see, there's gonna be a recall mula kay Calculated. Observe the itemizations, guys. It's very likely we're gonna be seeing the Zhonya's Hourglass at napakalaking power spike nito para kay Katarina.
Especially Endless Ace also has a hourglass.
Oh my god.
That, you know, when you leave on the flamethrower of Rumble and the Equalizer and Zhonya's, that is crazy damage. It was still gonna continue. Plus, Calculated has the Zhonya's for the cooldown reduction. I mean, cooldown so they can wait out for the cooldowns and the stasis. That's gonna help a lot. Gonna really complement with the Rumble.
Really a lot of punishment has been brought here against Light. In a sense na, what could be advised to Light is, nung nagkaroon na ng lead dito si Calculated, just focus in destroying the other lanes. Maybe like, put Gen V more behind and try to really rush the Trinity Force. Napaka-punishing nung pag-pick up. I mean, the Hex Drinker is not a bad pick-up really against the Katarina. It's just that it cannot be denied that it delayed the Trinity Force in this opening of the mid game for Corky.
Hechiso feeling the burn literally from AEX. 132 managed to pick up the lethality, but it will be very difficult to get the resets onto the high priority targets because of that hourglass.
It's a big lead here by AEX. But if there are any teams that I know who can make a clear comeback, those are the veteran teams. In SK, of course, we have here IPT. Right now, Ocean Drake, easily given in the hands of AEX. Objectives available now would be a Baron. And is there any outer turret or inner turrets outside the base of IPT? Oh my god!
Told ya, it's going to be the Infernal Drake that's live next. There is a pattern to the Drake that's gonna really help AEX.
Wow! Vulcan! With the calls, with the prediction in the Drakes. Oh my god, OP! Vulcan OP, man!
Oh,
okay. It's a mountain Drake, okay.
Pass!
Okay. This production, guys.
Man, sayang!
Mamaya kayo sa akin, mga kaibigan. Ayan. So, let's go. Kala ko talaga Infernal Drake.
Sayang.
Na-tilt na ako doon. Ayan. So, in this game.
Okay, with
back into
that
the game.
aside, it's going to be a Mountain Drake.
Not to mention, on top of this magic resistance, na-offset din ito ng magic penetration na dinadala ni Endless Ace. Leandris completed as well. Do take note that it is cheaper compared than before. Right now, it's a battle for securing vision on this right side jungle to open up for a Baron taking.
The Baron will be... I mean, if AEX gets that Baron, they might just end the game already. They have 3 Drakes for them, and here comes maybe a face check by Rebenga. He disengages with the Tsunami and the Curtain Call to finish off that disengage. Here comes Light providing the poke damage from the Corki, but note that 2 ultimates are gone for IPT. AEX wasted none. Just
Parang
a flat
signature move na yun ni Kano, no? Yung flash tether on this Karma. He did it twice in this game, really. And nice dodge there. Nice peel away by IPT.
this is gonna be a
Another face
standoff.
check.
I mean, the pressure is on now for the Baron.
Yeah. Take note, Endless Ace.
Oh, look
Making a
at
push
that.
in this bot lane.
AEX started the Baron.
Oh,
This looks really dangerous. If AEX gets this Baron,
I'm seeing a teleport. Let's see. Do take note that Hedgizo is in range. Puts in the stun.
oh,
get
the
the steal.
steal does not happen. Plus a Baron and a kill from
Biglang nawala si
Hedgizo.
Hedgizo.
He just disappeared.
Oh my god.
What happened to him? Where'd
Hindi
he
ko
go?
talaga nakita kung paano namatay si Hedgizo doon. Like, in the instance na tumalon si Hedgizo, ang nakita ko lang smite, tas ang lumabas, Baron tsaka si Hedgizo, secured by Tamsu. What is that?
Probably the combo from the Graves. Maybe they thought the
Take note, collateral damage is
Oh,
available.
wow.
So, I'm not sure how did Hedgizo die there, but it is 11-6. And this is clearly a GG, good game so far for AEX.
Oh, that's what happened.
Okay, daggers. Oh, calculated.
Oh, also
1 second ka naman.
1 second, 1 second.
Alright. So, let's see. Right now, wala nang inaatrasan itong ating Katarina sa larong to.
Rebecca's really having a hard time to escape from Calculated.
Yeah,
Here
Zonya!
comes the Zonya's buying some time, but Calculated singled out from his allies.
There we
Jenny
go.
is very low.
It's a shutdown.
It's going to be a battle. JLC stuns him to the wall, and here comes a triple kill for Genvi. He is redeeming himself, picking up the members of IPT, paying off. It is 27-minute marker. It is showing that Kog'Maw is skating towards the late game with the Guinsoo's Rage Blade.
And you could see how Endless Ace playing this Master Yi on a Rumble skin, split pushing in the top lane. You know, those pressure built up in the bottom lane, it just allowed him. Had it been siguro kung nandun si Endless Ace? Oh, nawala siya. Gets killed by Hate. Had it been that Endless Ace is in the bottom lane, noting na meron siya teleport available, could be a win pa, clearly, at hindi pa na shutdown siguro doon, si Calculated. But right now, you know, this kind of mistakes, AEX can afford it. Maybe the next 2 set would be punishing for them, pero ito, okay pa. Next Drake nga natin would be a Mountain Drake. I would suggest you don't want to RNG pa nga yan to another Drake. Just drag it out in a sense na yung sunod na Drake, lalo pa kung kayong may lead, Elder Drake na.
I mean, there's actually a thing where if you're leading in the Drakes, sometimes it's not nice to get a Drake that you don't need. That's gonna open up to the Elder. That's more pressure, like what you said, Shibu. But now they have the Baron buff. If they really have total control of objective, they should take this and get the Elder for themselves.
What I'm suggesting is drag it out sa 30-minute mark or 29-minute mark, if I'm not mistaken, of the spawn times. In a sense na yung next Drake nga, wag na madagdagan yung sunod na Drake, kundi Elder Drake na yung isunod na, hindi na RNG, yung sunod na Drake dito sa iterations or rotations na Drake natin para sa larong to. Right now, it cannot be denied that the lead here by AEX has been offset down to 12K. So, for this game, it's 14-8. It's a 6-kill lead. And right now, Gen B, as we mentioned, 2 core items ang kailangan. Bakit hindi natin gawin 3 as the Mallet is completed as well. So, tankiness.
The tankiness and the slow from the Mallet would really help Gen B land those hits. But notice how JLC is building, getting the Knight's support item and the locking up
Knight's
Solari.
Bow.
Knight's Bow is gonna, I think it's gonna bound maybe to Light so that he can have that defensiveness. But let's see how FPT will play it out. They still have their inhibitors. It is still anyone's game, and 20 seconds left on the Drake timer. We might see AEX might go all out, but they don't have the Baron buff anymore.
Not to mention that the package is still available. You take note, guys, that same as the Rumble's Equalizer. That is game-changing. Let's see, guys. You take note that the top lane inhibitor turret is already gone here against the side of IPT. At ayan po ang ating code. Bago tayo magtapos o bago tayo makakita ng matinding labanan, kayo muna makipaglaban para makakuha ng mystery gift, guys, as the search and win promo code or rather link is now up. Visit that link, follow the instructions, and if you are the first one to complete all those instructions, you get yourself a mystery gift sa mga summoners natin na hindi man mapalad na mauna, you still get a chance to win a mystery gift in our raffle for all the summoners who participated in our search and win promo.
AEX putting the pressure on both lanes. I mean, top and mid lane. They really
Even the bottom lane.
Even the bottom lane, they want to take the inhibitor, but they're split up. This gives IPT a chance to pick up any members they want. Here comes Calculated with the Death Lotus.
Clean up,
He gets the
Pilipinas.
reason. It is a cleanup. Next target is onto Light, changes onto JLC. He is all alone, sucking him all the damage. Here
This
comes
could
the
be the game.
equalizer,
Yeah.
securing the kill. Triple
pentakill!
It is
Oh!
going to be maybe a pentakill, quadra kill.
Oh!
Collateral damage giving the ace for AEX. That is game set.
That is game set. Clearly with Tamsu saying to Calculated, grab my beer. Collateral damage puts in the ace, hit the base, and with the two Nexus turrets going down, make that the Nexus as well. This series, IPT versus AEX is not yet over. It's 1-for-1. It's a victory for Acclaim Empire X.
Clearly the defending champions and the powerhouse showing their skills in this match. IPT really great game in the first match, but AEX coming back strong with a 1-1.
Wala, 1-for-1 pa rin. You know, mag-aantay ulit tayo ng next rematch between these two teams.
If you go to the standing, they just still stay same in the ranking.
Ayan nga, not to mention that IPT, despite being the edge of the cliff sa ating standings, it's a team very capable really of landing in the top 4 para sa ating playoffs. But again, getting back onto that game, Calculated
With those resets, and that Katarina really
Katarina.
showed and really gave Light a hard time.
Mm.
I mean, with the Corki.
malaking statement clearly that tumaba yung Katarina. Tumaba.
Maybe
yung
the
Katarina.
kill from the Graves really
Oo.
helped them. I mean, the kill secure of in the red side of the jungle.
Had it been that, my suggestion for IPT is that if they really fully punish that bottom lane, kasi dun sila nananalo talaga, especially on those fights if they are able to pick off si Gen V early on, AEX would be forced to take fights in a sense na kulang sila. They'd fight clash na meron silang numbers disadvantage. Into this game, you could see how dominating Calculated is, only dying once after that mistaken engage in the blue side jungle. 10-1-6 on his KDA. Cannot be denied that IPT has played their part in trying to mitigate the damage dealt here by Calculated, racking up a lot of magic resistances items, stacking them. But it doesn't stop Calculated. Look at the damage dealt to champions.
I mean, yeah, the damage dealt by Calculated was crazy. I mean, for 16,000, but we should also look at Gen V with
Yun
the
nga
AD. I mean, they built pure magic resistance, thinking that Gen V won't be much of a threat, but that was the mistake. Gen V for the bot lane
with a follow-up damage.
with a follow-up damage of 80 plus Tamsu's Black Cleaver.
Wow. So it's El Classic. Yun nga, Tamsus Black Cleaver which allowed for Gen V to capitalize on followed up, diba? He doesn't even need to really stack up that much damage. Survivability lang ng Frozen Mallet. I think pwede pa nga siyang mag-pick up ng mas offensive pa nga na item on that state of the game. But clearly, that game 2 victory. Biggest congratulations for AEX. Cannot be denied of the game 1 as well kung gaano kalinis na naipanalo at ginawa yan, kung gaano ka-dominating yung IPT doon. Series 1-1 pa rin.
That was a great match, but guys, IPT against Acclaim Empire X, really a great match that has been shown. And
Story continues.
Story continues.
The story
We might
continues.
see them in the playoffs against the Rampage. Let's see how they play out. And there you guys have it. The last match concluded with 1-1 score, AEX against IPT.
We still have our MVP interview.
We still have our MVP interview. Please don't go away. We'll have a short break. So once again, you are watching the Pro Gaming Series 2017 Spring Split, powered by Bacchus Energy Drink. I'm Vulcan, and joining with me is Shimbo. 149. We'll be back from a short break. Kha'Zix plus the Corki. That's a lot of damage. Calculated, focus of all the fire of IPT.
Light though.
Light has been fine and he cannot get away. Tamsu gets the double kill. Here comes the Cocknut. Passive explodes onto the does not. The equalizer lands on the floor. Burning breads on the ground. Focusing on Gen V keepers. Burning away. Two members of AEX Gen V is then to Still, the hammer smash will secure that kill, but that's not it yet. GLC's kill me.
The kill!
Flashing away from the collateral damage. GLC survives and kills IPT. Gets killed by Enzo. Tamsu just getting burned by the rest of King. Just secures the kill onto that, and now Light. Duly calculated. He flashes forth. Oh wow, that was a close call for the collateral damage. Death Lotus just securing the kill. He is dominating 6-0-2. The
calculators
reset.
just dancing against the members of IH. Puts in the stealth.
Oh,
Get the
the
steal.
steal does not happen. Plus, a Baron and the Sonya's buying some time, but calculated single down from his Alex.
There we
Jetty
go.
is very low.
It's a shutdown.
It's going to be a battle. JLC stuns him to the wall, and here comes a triple kill for Jetty. He is redeeming himself, picking up the Nemesis Rider, but they're split up. This
Jetty.
gives IPT a chance to pick up any members they want. Here comes Calculated with the
Clean up,
Lotus.
clean
He
up,
gets the
Pilipinas.
reason. It is a cleanup. Next target is onto life chainsaw to JLC. He's all alone, sucking him all the damage. Here comes the equalizer, securing the kill.
Oh, pentakill!
It is
Oh!
going to be maybe a pentakill partner kill.
Oh!
Collateral damage to the ace.
That
For
is
ace.
game set. Clearly with Damsu's hate calculated. Grab my beer. Collateral damage puts in the ace in the base. And with the two Nexus turrets going down, make that the Nexus as well. This series, IPT versus AEX is not yet over. It's 1-for-1. It's a victory for Acclaim Empire X.
Clearly the defending champions and the powerhouse showing this.
Set phasers to
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, and we are going to have an interview with the top laner of Acclaim Empire X, Endless Ace, after finishing that 1-1 match between the rematch between IPT and AEX. And good evening, Endless Ace. You are
Good
the MVP of the match as well. Yeah, very, very impactful. But the
Nagulat
first
ako.
question we want to ask you is, sobrang iba ng Game 1 at Game 2. And gusto namin malaman kung ano yung pinakamalaking diferensya between Game 1 at Game 2 na sobrang iba ng performance ng team.
Nung game 1, masyado kami nag-rely sa counter picking sa laning. Hindi namin naisip kung magsasama-sama kami, lamang pa rin kami. Kaya pagdating nung nag-siege sila, nalimutan namin wala kaming wave clear. Wala kaming sagot doon sa siege ng IPT.
Oo nga, Shinbu did point out na IE yung inuna ni Gen B instead of Lunance, which would have helped with
first time.
catching up. Pangalawang tanong naman, ito yung huling match nyo sa Spring Split bago mag-playoffs. Ano sa tingin mo ang kailangan pang baguhin ng AEX sa team dynamics, sa mechanics, sa kahit ano, para maghanda para sa playoffs?
Siguro, mas iwas choke pa. Kasi kung mapasin nyo kanina, nag-choke ako.
Yeah, but yeah, that's gonna be what you need to work on as a team, is choking, as you said. And
Tsaka mas malinis na drafting kasi medyo kampante kami ng game 1. Nalamang kami lane, hindi namin kinayang magsama-sama.
so that's what Endless Ace thinks should be fixed in AEX to prepare for the playoffs, because this is their last match before that. And huli nating ano yung mga gusto mong pasalamatan?
Siyempre yung may-ari ng AEX, si Sir Francis, manager namin, si Ma'am Esther. Siyempre sa AEX talaga, salamat sa pagkuha sa akin. Yan, kila Canon, Jen Vita, tsaka kay sa sub namin, si Denmark, tsaka yung bumili ng Jollibee ko, si Diego. Yun.
Alright, so yan ang sagot ni Endless Ace sa ating mga tanong after ng sobrang exciting na 1-1 matchup na yun, Lavins. And so thank you for being here with us. And that has been the last part of our stream for tonight. And you have watched the Pro Gaming Series Garena PH Spring Split 2017. And of course, tomorrow we have more matches for you. And that's going to be a Saturday, also at 3 p.m. So make sure to share the stream tomorrow with your friends, with your family. I have been your interviewer, Atlas, and this is, of course, Endless Ace. And we'll see you tomorrow.